your life, you'll lose it. But if you give up your life for my sake and for the sake of the good news, you'll save it. So when we make Jesus our Lord, that word Lord means boss. If he is our Lord or our boss, it means he's calling the shots. We're not calling the shots. Now, a lot of people have asked Jesus in their hearts, but he's not their Lord. Now, hang on. I didn't say they're not born again. I didn't say that, because if you ask Jesus in your heart and you do it sincerely from your, a sincere prayer, you're born again. But to make him Lord, it means I'm surrendering my right to choose. You're choosing for me. Amen. It's a different step. I pray about it and I allow him to choose for me. Okay, Matthew 5 and 6 says, "Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled." Now, the message of that verse says, you're blessed when you've worked up a good appetite for God. He's food and drink in the best meal you'll ever eat. In other words, when we're really hungry, we're hungry to seek him. We're desperate to have him answer. Oh, wow, he's going to fill us. He's going to give us something great. He's going to show us what we need to know. But we wither when we become too busy to spend time with God in prayer and in his word. When we become preoccupied with natural, earthly things. I didn't say there's anything wrong with a lot of the things and the hobbies and the things, the places we go and stuff like that. That's not what I'm saying. But we can allow ourselves to become too preoccupied with those things where they're taking up all the air in the room, if you will. When God's saying, you still got to keep me first. Because if you don't keep me first, there won't be a divine order to your life. So there'll be chaos all over the place because I'm not first. So when we become preoccupied with natural earthly things and disconnect from communion with him, we immediately begin to wither. And to wither is to shrivel or to lose or cause to lose energy, force, or freshness. Okay? So if you're and I am not hungry for the things of God, that's a sign that we're sick. Let that sink in. Anytime we're not hungry, in the natural, that's the sign that you're sick. If you don't have an appetite, I'm not saying you got to have a ravenous appetite all the time, but you got to have an appetite, because your appetite is going to keep you alive. And if you have no appetite, you will die. If you have no appetite for spiritual things, you will die a spiritual death. So when we're sick spiritually, we're not hungry for God, and that should be an immediate symptom to us.